Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're here at MTAC. It actually happened. I can't believe it. Also, really excited to talk to Xanthe Huynh. Thank you so much for joining us. How's MTAC going?
It's been going great. Everybody's so nice here. I'm so happy to be here. It's been a bit of a wait when I was first invited, and I'm finally here.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you, so thank you. So tell us a little bit about what you've been working on lately.
So most recently, I've been working on In the Land of Leadale as Kana. I'm also in Tokyo 24th Ward as Asumi, and also I'm working on the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak as Chichai. And a couple other things. But yeah, those are what I'm currently got going in the mix right now.
Fantastic. Well, everybody be sure to check that out. But let's just get into it. What made you take an interest in acting?
So actually, in middle school, my school had a little rotating extracurricular class, and one of them was theater, and it was something that I had never done or experienced before. I was super shy, and it was something that really kind of got me out of my shell a bit. I mean, more than I used to be. I used to be almost mute. But I thought it was really fun because I've always loved books. I loved reading. I loved getting to know characters, and this was just another way to really deep dive into a story and embody a character. And really get to connect with other people through this medium. So that's how I really fell in love with acting, and I continued with it in high school and in college, got my degree, and kind of fell into voice acting, and yeah, that's where I've been continuing since.
That's fantastic. I always think it's great when people put in the work and just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know unless you make that jump.
Yeah, and it's scary. It's scary because you don't know what's going to happen, but you put yourself out there anyway. I think that takes a lot of courage.
Thank you. I think we were chatting earlier, and I'd mentioned that this is with a few jobs where if you are booking 3 to 5% of the work that you're putting out, the auditions you're sending out, you are considered successful. It's so weird.
Yeah, I can't think of another occupation on Earth where a 97% failure rate is oh, you're doing awesome.
Good job.
Yay.
You're killing it. So who would you say has had the biggest impact on your career?
It's so hard to say. I took classes with Richard Horvitz and Charlie Adler, and I adore them so much. They have great structure to Richard Horvitz has a great structure for his class, on how to really, it's not just acting, but I think it's just how to get into a healthy mindset to approach becoming an actor, and staying positive and really focusing on what you're there to do, and it's to be this character, not to be insecure and in your own head. And then Charlie Adler on the other side of this is he's one that's be your best self, just let it all out, don't be afraid of anything, don't let anybody box you in. He's all about living large, and he is unhinged, and I love him so much. So the two of them together have been a major influence on my voice acting work. And somebody that I really look up to, and she is one of my dear friends, is Laura Post. She's a very successful, talented actress, and I would love to follow in her shoes because she is amazing.
That's incredible. Again, I kind of mentioned how much we've talked for 2 minutes, and I already have a sense of just how much work you've put into this. Just it's staggering.
And it's never ending. I still take classes all the time because I still want to get better at my craft. I want to like go into other like facets of voiceover, play different characters, and it's just it evolves over time. You know, like even as a person, you're always like growing and changing, and so I feel like it's always good to continue like like diving deep into the craft. Maybe I'm just like a little obsessive.
Have there been any particular, not like actual like character roles, but like types of roles that you've been itching to have a try for?
Ooh, character that I haven't really gotten to play a lot of, and I'm not sure if I would be great at them. I guess like more villainous roles would be interesting because I think getting into the mindset of like what they want is like really interesting, and like how they justify what they want and how to go about it, and like how they think like what they're doing is for the greater good of whatever it is that they want. I think that's very fascinating. That's completely opposite of like the characters that I tend to play, which are like sweeter, shyer, introverted, or generally very depressed as well. But but yeah, that would be a type that I think would be really fun.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. I'd love to get like a visual reference for like the type of villain that you would play. I feel like that would be a very fun character.
I've only had a few roles that I've like kind of like towed into there, but yeah, it'd be fun to like explore more of them.
What would you say is the biggest challenge for you as an actor?
Ooh, the biggest challenge. For the longest time, it was always like the lull between jobs, because it's such an inconsistent thing. Like sometimes you'll be working a ton and it's great, and then all of a sudden it's like, where did everybody go? Like I'm like, like does everybody hate me now? Is there like what happened? Did everyone forget me? Did I upset anyone? And that's usually not the case. It's just how things go. Like sometimes there's characters that are great for me, and then like there's shows going on that maybe I'm not appropriate for, and it's not within my control or anything. And it's not that I'm bad or anything, I hope. But I think that's like the what do you do in the spaces in between? And I've learned over the years that it's important to not just be obsessive over your job. Like I am more than just my job. I gotta have a life outside of it. And like I'm still learning to like have a better work-life balance, really. So yeah. I guess that's one of the challenging things that I try to like work on, is just to be a well-rounded person.
Well, what are some of the things that you're pursuing to get yourself more out of acting and just?
So I guess for the most part, I love to eat. I love food. So I tend to like watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to cook things and like explore new meals, and like I'm always like on Yelp, like, okay, bookmarking this place, I want to try this thing, and like it's so bad. But especially like during the pandemic, it's just like, all right, this is all again, like all I can do is just like buy groceries and like experiment to my delight and dismay, depending on like how things turn out. But it's fun, and I like it a lot.
What kind of like, as an example, what kind of dish have you actually tried that turned out really good?
Ooh, so I tried making it's like the Korean tofu soup, sundubu. I've had it before, and like I hadn't tried to make it at home before, but like I watched enough videos and I was like, I think I can try, and I was very glad that it turned out well. But it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, I try to choose like recipes that are not super difficult or technical. Like baking is like such a science, it's really hard. So for me, it always seems like 50-50 if it's going to turn out well.
Right.
So usually for those, I would bring my brother because he loves baking in particular. So he'll come over and like he'll eyeball things. I'm like, I don't know how you do that. It says to like whip this for 10 minutes, and you think it's okay at that? And he was like, trust me. I'm like, all right, because it's like if you're like whipping like cream or something, if you go too far, you get butter, and it's like I didn't know that. So he was like, yeah, don't overdo things. So yeah.
That's impressive. I can't cook like that. like just eyeballing things and not knowing.
Yeah.
I have to have like very specific guides, or else it
Me
just
too.
goes haywire.
My parents are very intuitive cooks, and like for me to like want to learn their recipes, like just to like make on my own is so difficult because they're like, I don't know, we just put this and that, and then if you taste it, and then you just balance it with this and that. I'm like, how do I do that?
I don't remember where I heard this, Basil, but I think you have to do the cooking by the book, or the cake will end up crazy or something.
Is that a song?
It is. It is.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
What? Yeah. All time YouTube video, all time.
Do you know like the Lil Jon remix of that song?
Yes, that's what we're referencing.
Alright,
yeah.
that's what I
was trying to say.
Yeah. What?
I should have said but
yeah. Oh man, I remember when I first saw it, it was hilarious. I used that in a so I took a clowning class in college. And one of our assignments was to bring a song and perform it. And so I chose that song. And my clown is like a silly little like child, and so she's like, making like a cake, or like I'm miming it. We were silent clowns. And so like as the song is like evolving in a different direction, then she's like, I don't know how I feel about this. it was a fun little like assignment, but that brings back memories.
Magnificent. I wish there was video of this somewhere. So with acting being such a competitive field, like we said, 97% failure is considered really good. What keeps you motivated?
So for me, I guess like during like moments where I feel like, oh, I don't know, like I mentioned before, like the lull in between jobs, that's when I start filling it with classes to just like keep working and honing on my skills, and also just getting booth time and getting a chance to work with the director and get feedback and stuff, and just to like keep up my chops. Also like talking with my peers, like we all go through the same thing, so talking to them like and getting their kind of like getting reassurance, like, we all go through that, it's okay, like, you're doing fine. Like having a good support network is so important, and that really really helps me to keep going. And also like just consuming media, watching a bunch of stuff and being like, oh my god, like so and so was amazing in this, like I want to be that good too. So like I get inspiration from watching stuff and like stealing stuff, like that was a good idea and use that for myself. So yeah, that's pretty much how I go about trying to continue being motivated.
That is wonderful. I just love how committed you are. Like I find it really endearing, because like I'm always working, never stop, never slow down, can't stop, won't stop. I find that fantastic, and I can't wait to see what more you do, because just the way that you approach this, it's like, no, you're just going to keep getting better and better and better because you keep working at it.
Well, and I like the whole concept of like, well, I'm going to learn more. I want to steal more, which I feel which is important, because
and like we're because we're all different people. Even if I like try to like emulate somebody else's like interpretation of a character, it's still going to turn out differently. I'm not going to be able to like do exactly what they did. So then it becomes a new character.
I always think of it as like Mega Man. You're just taking somebody else's weapon and just using it as your own.
Right? Yeah. It's like, oh, this is how it works.
Well, Xanthe, we have really enjoyed talking to you. But before we let you go, where can people follow along with what you do?
So they can follow me at It's Xanthor on Twitter, Instagram, and on my Facebook fan page. I post all my stuff there. Also on my website, I try to keep that updated. But yeah, that's usually where I'm at if you want to shout out or like see what I'm up to.
Well, thank you so much. It has been just a blast.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for listening to yet another production of the Awesomecast, your podcast for everything awesome. You can find us online at awesomecast.com, OSMcast.com, or, wherever you find your podcasts, just search for Awesomecast. You can also find us on the social medias, Awesomecast at Twitter or on Facebook. Of course, you can also find our wonderful interview guru, the greatest living interviewer, John Robbins, at J5 is Live. Or perhaps you'd like to follow our amazing editor, Anna, at Angel Darkfire, or just me, at It's Basil Time on Twitter. Our theme song is produced by DJ Inabito, and you can find him online at djinabito.com. And once again, thanks for listening to the Awesomecast. We appreciate you.